In a quiet village nestled among Japan's mountains, lived a young boy named Ren. Ren was a cheerful boy by day, but when the sun dipped below the horizon, a deep-seated fear of the dark would creep into his heart. The shadows seemed to dance with menacing shapes, and every creak of the old wooden house sounded like a monster's footstep. He loved his village, but the nights were a time of terror for him. One evening, his grandmother, noticing his trembling hands, sat beside him. "Ren," she said softly, her voice as gentle as the evening breeze, "the darkness is only empty. It is waiting for you to fill it with light." Her words planted a seed in his mind. The next morning, Ren had an idea. He remembered the small stream that separated his home from the village playground. His friends often had to take the long way around after dusk because the simple log bridge was too dark to cross safely. Ren decided he would build a bridge of light. He spent the entire day in the bamboo grove behind his house, carefully cutting and hollowing out sections of bamboo. He worked with a determination he hadn't felt before. He fashioned them into small, elegant lamps, placing a tiny candle inside each one. As the sun began its descent, he carried his creations to the stream. One by one, he lined the log bridge with his bamboo lamps, spacing them just right. He waited, his heart pounding, a mix of his usual fear and a new sense of anticipation. As twilight deepened, he went back with a lit taper and touched the flame to each wick. A soft, warm glow began to push back the encroaching shadows. First one, then another, until the entire bridge was adorned with a gentle, flickering path of light. The stream below reflected the tiny flames, making it seem as if a string of stars had fallen from the sky. Ren stood back, watching his creation. The darkness no longer felt so menacing. The light from his lamps created a safe, warm space. But then, something magical happened. A single, tiny spark of green light blinked near the first lamp. Then another, and another. Soon, a cloud of fireflies, drawn by the gentle glow of the candles, began to gather. They danced and swirled around the lamps, their own natural light mingling with the candlelight. The fireflies created a living, breathing bridge of light, far more beautiful than anything Ren could have imagined. They formed a glowing, shimmering path that pulsed with life, casting a gentle, enchanting light over the entire stream. The villagers, drawn by the unusual sight, came out of their homes. Children laughed with delight, and their parents watched in awe. Ren stood in the middle of it all, bathed in the combined glow of his lamps and the fireflies. The fear that had held him captive for so long had vanished, replaced by a profound sense of wonder and accomplishment. He realized his grandmother was right. He had filled the emptiness of the dark with his own light, and in doing so, he had invited even more light to join him. From that night on, the bridge became known as the Firefly Bridge, a beacon for the whole village. And Ren, the boy who was once afraid of the dark, became the boy who had taught everyone that when you bring light to others, you inevitably chase away your own fears. Thank you so much for joining me for this story. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more tailies from around the world. We'll see you next time.